please like and subscribe.
Welcome back to another Crypto Bros
Molly girl.
podcast number 76.
Trombones and the big parade.
Somebody wasn't here for 75. I'm surprised.
Yeah, let's talk about the elephant in the room, Mr. Gregory.
What?
I'm getting messages from people going that we need to do an investigation. There may have been an alien abduction.
I've gotten these same messages.
Back in Peru.
Yeah, that's what I told him. I was like, yeah, he's in Peru right now. So
It's nice down there.
So how was everybody's week? I know we talked a little bit off camera, but can we just all vote that it's been insane?
Yes.
I vote for yes.
Greg, no? Greg's good?
I don't remember it.
You're still in it.
I abstain.
Don't remember it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I did want
Just
to
to be
touch on something really funny, though. And I think this happened last weekend, but
I
sometimes
think.
when I watch things, I don't get the dates right. Did you guys see what, I think it was Talladega. Did you see what car was driving in Talladega last weekend?
Car?
No.
Yeah, so the Ricky Bobby car was
Shut up.
in
Stop it.
NASCAR.
Really?
Yeah, Kurt Busch was driving it was either Kurt or Kyle, I don't remember. I think it was Kurt, but he was driving the Ricky Bobby car, so I thought that was kind of funny. Hopefully for those people that are watching this, they'll know I'm correct, and it was just like 5 days ago and not 4 years ago or something, but I saw it. I thought it was cool. I don't know. Thought I'd bring it up. But a rumor has it that, Holly, you have a story you need to tell us?
I do, you guys, and this is all regarding why I hate frogs as much as I do.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
my.
So we have, during this season, they're kind of going away now because it is cooling down. And so we don't have them as much. However, we do get these poisonous frogs. They have this weird film on them that acts almost like a psychedelic. And so 2 nights ago, this was Tuesday night, my dog had went outside and came back in because, he just was out there for 2 seconds, came back in, and within a minute after he got in, he started trying to vomit. He was foaming out the mouth, trying to vomit, and I couldn't figure out what. He was pacing all over my house. You guys, I thought he was gonna die. It was so bad. I slept with him on the floor. I mean, because he was just crying, his stomach hurt him. It was just the weirdest thing. And so, it's the middle of the night. We don't have 24-hour vets. We don't have them. Or I would have been out the door. And so we made it through the night, luckily. I thought for sure he wasn't going to make it. And he started, he stopped doing the, crying, because he would just whimper and whimper and whimper. It was horrible. It hurt my heart. I cried because I couldn't do anything for him. And so, I didn't know what was happening. So the next day, I was trying to find a walk-in vet that we could go to, because a lot of our vets around here are busy for whatever reason, and they don't take new patients. And because Tank hasn't been to the vet in, years, he's no longer considered a patient. Yeah. And so he had stopped, and I started giving him I boiled him chicken and gave him the chicken broth and the chicken, and he seemed to keep that down. He wasn't throwing up anymore, but he wouldn't eat food. He was drinking water. So finally I took him back outside, and I, stayed with him because he was real wobbly and stuff. And sure as shit, that's when I saw that there was a dead frog right where he was around the night before. And they almost killed my dog.
You have poisonous frogs?
Sucks.
We have poisonous frogs here. And because Tank is huge, right? He's smart. He's a big boy. Had it been a miniature dog, that dog would have died.
Ooh.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's scary.
So he didn't even eat the frog. He just licked it, and that was enough?
He chomped it.
Killed it, yeah.
Yeah, he killed it. He didn't eat it.
Yeah.
but he bit it and killed it, but it almost killed him. I thought my dog was going to die this weekend. So, like, I literally got no sleep that night because I thought if I go to sleep, first off, he was crying so bad that how can you sleep through that? But secondly, like, I was scared if I fall asleep and wake up, he's going to be dead next to me because we were sleeping on the floor. So, yeah, that was quite my adventure this week. It was, yeah.
That frog's poison is stupid.
I agree.
Because, like, it still died. What did it accomplish? Like, I don't know.
Well,
yeah.
Toads have the same thing. A cat will look at toad. Yeah, it's not quite as poisonous, but if a cat looks at toad, it foams at the mouth like it has rabies. So I went downstairs. Yeah, my cats did that a couple years ago.
I don't really like cats, so that's cool.
No.
Oh. I like your cats, Ollie.
Okay.
Oh, just yours, though. Nobody else's cats.
Wow.
The craziest thing is, like, he was walking sideways, you guys. Like, he couldn't walk in a straight line. He was, like, drugged up. He was, like, beyond drugged. Yeah. So there's another reason I do not like frogs. You don't know if they're poisonous or not. Mm-mm.
So did you guys, I think the answer to this is yes for at least 3 of us. And Holly, I'm pretty sure that you're in the same boat as we are. Happen to see that some singer lady was at the Chiefs game on Sunday?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Taylor Swift shows up. The ratings skyrocket. They've never been that high, I think, for that prime time on Fox for I forget how many years. Now the ticket sales are going through the roof on the secondary market. The people are upset.
She's going to be in New York.
Yeah, she's going to be in New York. Now the New Yorkers are upset because the tickets there are crazy. All to get like a glimpse of Taylor Swift, I guess, in a
on what
suite.
jumbo? Because it's not like you can see in those suites, really.
You can in Kansas City. They're not really. They're private. Like, you can't get to the people, but you can see who's in the suites. So I actually saw, because we live close to Kansas City, I actually saw a bunch of pictures on social media of people taking selfies with her, like sort of like taking the selfie, and she's like way over here, you know. Yeah. So
is that you, Josh?
No.
Yeah.
I'm too frugal to spend money on things like Chiefs games. When it cost me $600-700 to take, say, my wife to the Chiefs game, and then fight a bunch of drunk people. I love sports, I love football, but I would much rather watch that on my couch. That's just how I am.
Yeah.
But good or bad, do you think
people on your couch?
Do I like what?
Do you fight drunk people on your couch?
No, I'm not even going to joke about that. But no. But do you guys think that this is going to be a good thing for, I don't know, Travis Kelce in particular?
No.
I have a feeling this is going to end super bad with like him getting ejected from a game or something. Because if I was an opposing defender, I'd be trash talking him about Taylor Swift big time.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. But however, I think that the Swifties are insane. Like, they are like an army of craziness. And so if something goes wrong, holy shit, Travis is like dead in the water. Like, well, they'll boycott him and cancel him. And there's a risk in dating her because her fans are crazy. They're legit crazy.
How long do you think they've been dating?
Oh, I think it's a lot longer than we even know. Just because
right before training camp is what I think.
You think so? I mean, that would only make sense because they're not going to bring a new relationship out in the public. They're just not. No. She's not going to do that with a brand new one. So I think that it's been going on.
Has anybody said whether or not they're actually dating, or did she just show up?
No. I think he confirmed it, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he confirmed it.
That's the way I saw it.
So I think
Jason was happy that he can finally talk about it. He was tired of keeping it a secret. So that's why I thought it would spin a while.
I do think that it's kind of funny because I saw this video of this lady recording a conversation with her husband, and he's this military guy, kind of jacked, and like you can tell he's a man's man. And she goes, "Hey, don't you think it's awesome what Taylor Swift is doing?" And he goes, "Well, what do you mean?" She's like, dating Travis Kelce so that now people will know who he is, and people, it'll elevate him to where he'll get recognized, and he was this nobody and now he's popular,
God.
and blah blah
A
blah.
nobody.
And he's like, "Are you kidding me?" Like, he got all mad. He's like the best tight end ever, and he kept going on it. And it was a joke. She was trying to play a joke on it, but it was actually kind of funny. I think personally that's the best thing that's come out of this whole thing, because I don't really watch football to see who's in the stands, but I don't hate it.
No.
I don't love it. It's not a big deal to me, but man, there are millions of people that do. I know Travis Kelce's socials skyrocketed in followers and things like that.
Oh, I follow him on Instagram, and he posts like every 5 minutes. I was like, okay, I'm done following you because it's just too much.
Yeah.
It's a lot. So yeah, he lost a follower in me because they're taking full advantage of all of this publicity. Like, everybody is, not just them. I mean, look at the NFL, for instance, or like the games that she's gonna attend. Like, they're taking advantage of everybody who is an actual NFL watcher, and making you pay more because of Taylor Swift. It's just kind of shitty, I think. But
the best quote that came out of all of this was from a guy that doesn't usually quote and doesn't usually talk to the media, is Bill Belichick, the coach for the Patriots.
yeah,
He said that that's the best catch Travis Kelce's ever made.
Oh.
And I thought that was pretty funny.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, because it's not true. Like, Travis Kelce,
Right.
like, he's great without her. He's a great football player even without her. And she just happens to be, honestly, worldwide, she's way more popular than he is.
She's probably, honestly, after hearing all this stuff, she might be the most popular person in the world when it comes to social media and things like that. I don't know.
Well, she sells out within minutes of, anywhere she goes. People travel like across the country to see her. Like, and honestly, she's a good person. She actually does good things for the world. And that River.
Yeah, River likes Taylor Swift.
Outside.
Oh,
But I don't know. It's
got bad blood.
a cool story. It'll fade off, I think. Not the relationship. I'm just saying, like, the hype around it. It's kind of like, what's his face? Deion Sanders. Like, that's going to fade away. He's just another coach.
It may not. If he starts winning, though, I don't know that it'll fade away. And I don't think he's going to be in national championship contention like this year.
No.
But I do think that you give him 2 or 3 years and watch out, because people are going to gravitate to what he is about.
That's very true. Like, the recruiting alone, he's going to bring, because who doesn't want to play for Deion Sanders, right? Like,
Right.
Minus the, like, how much good he does for those boys, because he does. Like, according to the stories that you read, he's an amazing coach to them.
Yeah.
He cares about them as if all of them were his children, not just his actual children. Because he has 3.
3 on that team.
Yeah.
I don't know if he has any more than that.
No, I don't know either, but I know that there's 3 that play on the Colorado Buffalo team. But he treats them all equally, according to what I've read. Like, of course, I don't know. However, I went to go get tickets because I want to go to the Colorado-Arizona game, and it's in Colorado. And they're so expensive. But I think Mike and I are just going to do it. Like, we're just going to do it.
Seems to be a theme this week.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys think there's any chance that Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are doing this just for publicity?
Yes. That was my first thought.
She doesn't need to, though.
I don't
Got a
know.
movie coming out.
How much she get paid? I mean, maybe she get paid. There's
She
got to be something.
Anyway.
Boost the ratings.
No, I just don't think so. She doesn't need it. I mean, just look
Maybe
at her.
she's under contract for something.
But is it like a
Sells out. She could probably go and promote almost anything, and anybody's going to pay her. Like, for him, maybe, and nothing, like, not that he's not, but it does bring a little bit more to him, more eyes, but not to her. I don't think so.
What were you going to say, Caleb?
Wasn't she married for a little while?
She was
Or
engaged, not
engaged
too
with?
long, like,
She
and
was
this
in
was like a
okay,
year ago, right?
something like that. She was with somebody for a while, like 6 or 7 years.
Engaged? I don't even know if she was engaged to, but yeah, she was with somebody for a long time, and I want to say it's only been like a year since they announced that they parted ways, but I'm not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I know I asked the question, but I'm done talking about Taylor Swift.
Right,
That's
you
all
brought it
Kansas
up.
City radio's been talking about.
It really is out of hand around here. I mean, I know everybody's hearing it, but you should try to live in Missouri right now.
Well, I was gonna say, like, it's
can't,
on our news every day.
yeah, you can't turn on the local news, see a newspaper, get on anything locally on the internet or social media. It's everywhere. And yeah, I'm already over it. So, but good luck. Great. If there's someone out there for everyone,
Yeah.
maybe those two are a match made for each other. I don't know. But I actually did see one last thing on this. I actually did see a guy that was traveling somewhere in Europe. I don't even know what country it was. And the newspaper today on the front of it was Travis Kelce. So,
Stop.
yeah,
Oh,
so
gosh.
apparently it's a big deal. I don't know. But,
Yes.
well, the good. I don't know if you guys have seen this or not. We had DFSM on the program 2-3 weeks ago, something like that. So it just came out 2 days ago. This is something they've been talking about for a really long time, but their profit sharing is actually going to be retroactive to September 1st, and they're going to pay it out on December 1st. And then they're going to do that every 3 months. Now, that sounds cool and all, but then it was supposed to be 10%. And I think the tweet actually said 10% is trash, which I thought was funny. But then I thought, what's this mean? It's actually going to be 25%. So
Stop.
they're
Wow.
paying
Wow.
25% of their profits in just about every aspect of this system. So in their deployer, redistribution, when the tokens and you have the reflections of the tokens, 25% of that is going to go to holders. Then you also have their NFT revenues that they're going to take 25% of that and send that out to their holders. And then also, which I thought was kind of cool, and I didn't think much about it until I read it, 25% of the profits of their merch is going to go to the holders. So if you actually buy a sweatshirt, you're going to get a little bit of that money back if you hold the FSM. So,
There you go.
you know, Dan is, we had him on and he's a really down-to-earth guy. But one thing that I really got from him is that he's really for his holders. And he's really for the people. He's not into this for just him. You know, one of the things that he's done, he has 11 billion tokens of his own, worth somewhere around $30,000. And he has loaned that to help pay some of these fees and some of these profits. But also, so those are that's a transaction, right? That's also going to pay 25% in profits off of the transactions and things like that too. So
Wow.
it's kind of a big deal. And for a guy that's been holding for probably a year, if not, I don't know when I can't remember when they launched, but it's been a while. I'm really curious to see what that looks like on December 1st. And we'll let everybody know. Maybe I'll even let people know how much I have so they can kind of see what that ratio looks like. You know, of course, again, it's profit. So just because it's sitting there, if nothing's happening, you know, just as in like reflections, it we'll have to see how that works. But you guys seen the spikes that they've been having on Sundays. There has been activity going on Sundays and throughout the week, but they're up 90% in the last 30 days, I think he said, or 90% in the last 90 days.
Wow.
So we lost Greg for a second.
Quick.
It froze.
But so that had to be the good. I saw that and I thought there's another way that this guy is giving back to the people that hold. Now, you do have to hold 100 million tokens to be eligible for profit sharing. Just for anybody that, you know, thinks they might want to throw $5 in there. And the profit sharing is based on the percentage of how many tokens you own. So, of course, the more tokens you own, the more your profit sharing would be. But still very cool, I thought.
Yeah, I think that's great. I mean, you could get nothing.
Yeah.
You could hold it and get nothing. Or you could,
Yeah, exactly. So also, and let me speak on another thing for the good too. So I hold DFSM. People know this. And I was having some issues connecting with it with my Trust Wallet. Not their fault. It's the whole Trust Wallet update thing. I DM'd them, not Dan personally, just them. They got back to me within like 5 minutes, walked me through the entire process, and I was able to connect it. And for what I was doing, I unstaked mine at the time. And it was so simple. On that same note, we've talked about a project named Polker before. I have the same issue with them. They did the exact same thing. They actually even sent me a video on how to fix it. So
Awesome.
there are people.
that's nervous.
Yeah, there are people out there that care. And then even after they sent me the video, they sent me a follow-up and said, "Hey, did it work?" And I had to tell them, excuse me, I had to tell them, yes, it would have if I would have had Matic in my wallet. So I got to get some Matic so that I can make it work, because they changed to the Polygon chain. So I hadn't done a lot in Matic, so I've got to get some Matic so that I can get access to the new tokens. So just shout out to those two projects. I thought their customer service was outstanding. So
You know what?
I just looked it up. January 2022 is when I bought Mafia. I don't know if you guys bought it before then, but
yeah, I actually think I may have bought it in December. I think they may have launched in December of 21, maybe. Okay. So actually, I guess we're coming up on 2 years. So it has been a while.
That's awesome.
So the bad. Now, this is kind of bad, but you have to wait to the end of the story, because this is why I chose it, because to me it's hilarious. So the SEC charged an ex Goldman Sachs employee. I can't even talk today. It's been a long week. For insider trading. So what he was doing, I don't know if you guys saw this story or not, but what he was doing is he was like telling his friends and communicating with people, and I think he was making a little money on the side on it. But do you know how he was communicating the information to people? Xbox chat.
Oh, really?
Oh my gosh.
I didn't know that.
So it does suck that he would cheat the system like that. But then I thought, that's kind of clever. Like, who's checking your Xbox chat?
Obviously, people are.
Yeah,
So,
apparently I would guess there was some greed involved, and they really had to start digging to figure out what was going on, and they went to his Xbox chat. But, I mean, think about it, Holly. If you had inside information, or I had inside information, and we played a game of Fortnite, would that not just go hide somewhere and then trade the information? Who's monitoring that? I mean, it's actually really smart. I was impressed when I saw that. I was like, okay.
Yeah, no, I mean, a lot of people aren't that smart. I mean, because insider trading is coming to crypto. I can tell you that much right now. And I can tell you that it's happening over and over and over and over again.
Yes.
I mean, and I think I even tweeted this a while ago. Like, insider trading is just that. Like, these CEOs and people that are part of projects go to their friends and say, "Oh, this is what we have coming up," and nobody else knows.
Yeah.
That's insider trading, people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
The chart
Happens all the time.
Another, it has potential. And so, like, it just baffles my mind, because you get somebody who, like, is that mad, they're going to start digging and find shit on you. Like,
Your Xbox.
go through your Xbox.
Yeah, but
So,
you're not.
I love that because it is a bad story. However, I'm here for it because it happens way too much in crypto.
That's why it's not the ugly, because it is bad, but it's funny. But you're not wrong, and people I don't think actually understand the basis of insider trading. Trading is that a person or a group of people have information that the public does not have. That's it.
Ding ding.
And it's not supposed to happen. You know, I don't care if it was XYZ token DM'd me and said, "Hey, we have this cool new app coming out on the 1st of September. Just thought you might want to know."
Inside.
Well, if I take that information and buy that token and nobody else knows about it, then it happens, it becomes a hit, and everybody else starts buying it and make a ton of money on it. That's insider trading. So, yeah, it sucks. It happens all the time. I don't think people actually understand how often it does happen. I actually know for a fact that it has happened in the crypto space, but I will not get into it. Yeah, it's sad when it does happen, but it is happening. And the other flip side of that, since this is the bad, is we also get people that claim they know things that other people don't know. If that's not true, you shouldn't be saying that, because you are bound to get somebody in trouble.
I got the tea. All these stupid tweets out there about investigator. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
That's a great segue for the ugly, because it's going to go straight into X or Twitter or whatever you want to call it, and social media in general. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this, but there has been a lot of, and this isn't just this week, this has been going on for a little while, sort of behind the scenes, that there are a lot of people out there that are not treating people very well. Some of it you can see, some of it you can't see. People out there that actually have really, really good reputations, but choose to be two-faced to the extreme. I'm not going to get into details of it, but if it's too good to be true, it probably is. And I would say that if you give somebody your time and you pay attention, it's really not that hard to see who the bad actors are. And that's basically all I'm going to say about it. But please, I don't know about you guys, but I am over the drama. If you don't like someone, don't talk to them. You don't have to just keep posting all this negative crap. To be...
What gets me, though, is these people, like there's specific people out there that will block you, but yet they still get your stuff and post it. Like, and why are you, like, when you don't care about something, you don't talk about it either. Like, at least I don't. Like, to me, why am I going to waste my time on something I don't like or someone I don't like? Like, so to me, the immaturity, and then to know that these people are supposedly supposed to be grown that are acting like this is mind-blowing.
Right. We're not talking about 4-year-olds here.
Yeah, at least. The one that's targeting me, he looks like he's damn near 60. And it's like, you're acting like this? Why are you targeting and bullying me? I have never had a conversation with some of these people, but they know me. They know that I'm fake. But what gets me is the people who do know me don't say anything. Don't stick up, and they're in this conversation and don't say anything. So I'm like, are you my friend?
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what my point was on that. Because to not get into super details on it, and I only don't get into details on it, not because I'm scared or whatever. It's because I don't want to give the people the time of the day. But just what's happening out there is starting to find out that people have you blocked. So I actually started to look, and those same people have us blocked. Which I can assure you that we have done nothing to these people. If you don't like us, that's cool. But just quit talking about us. That's all I care about.
It's so mind-blowing. It's
insane. It is worse than junior high drama, which I refuse to play a part of, which is why I have not been on Twitter this week. I'm just not.
Yeah, I just can't anymore. Like,
Hardly ever.
I just am at the point where it's like, I know who I am. I know who I can trust. And why am I going to give strangers on the internet any more time than I need to, which is zero? You know,
it's a waste of energy.
I'm old. Like, let's just be real honest. I'm 40 years old, and I went past this years ago, and I don't want to go back. Like, I have a lot of good things going for my life, and why am I going to bring a negative person in it? I don't know. But what is disappointing to me is the people who send me what these people are saying about me, but then it's like, well, where were you? Where were you to, like, say,
hey, obviously didn't stick up for me.
No. And so like it's okay. Like I could be cordial with you. I'll still go back and forth, but I'm telling you, you three are pretty much it for me.
Keeping receipts.
I'm so tired. I mean, yesterday from, somebody sent one that this person called me fake yet again. Again, you guys, I've never even spoken to him, maybe in a group chat, but that's about it. So how do you know? And if I am fake, you want me to post negative stuff?
Yeah.
Like, at least if I'm fake, at least I'm doing good fake.
Yeah.
Like, do you want me to be negative? What do you want from me? Because it's either I'm fake because I'm too positive, or I'm an asshole because I'm negative. What do you want?
She's an asshole.
I'm so tired of it, because it's like, listen, stranger, what will
Stranger
suit
danger.
Please tell me how I can make you feel better about me. Get the F out of here. Get out of
It's their
here.
heart.
Bless your heart. Ugh.
So I must say too, because we just said that we don't give it any time and this and that, and we are talking about it right now. But the only reason I bring it up as the ugly is because there are people out there that we do care about, that I just want you to know, if I don't respond, it's because not on as much as it used to be.
No.
And it's because of that stuff. Because there are, and I don't want to say a select few because I don't want to generalize the whole thing. There are some good people out there, people that I care about, people that I try to interact with when I can. But real life has got to take priority always. I don't care what we're talking about. And I just am not giving my time to negative DMs, to people talking trash behind my back and then finding out. I'm not in junior high anymore. I refuse to partake in that and participate in that. And so if you are trying to reach me, give me a couple extra days is all I'm saying, because I'm just not on as much as I used to be. And that's all.
Yeah.
Family first.
Yeah, for sure. And on that same note, it also is just getting a little bit ridiculous with everybody trying to earn $20 a month with engagements. So I don't see near the stuff that I used to see anyways. I'm seeing so many other things that if you are reaching out or I'm not commenting on your thing, I'm probably just not seeing it. It's because there's so much stuff on the feed, but also because
But nonsense. Like, honestly, thank God for Granny. Because without her timeline cleanses, I would never go on.
Timeline cleanses.
I'm telling you, I appreciate her more than she probably even knows because of her posts. I mean, she makes comments and stuff, and I see those, and I'm like, whatever, but it's just those timeline cleanses that I'm like, thank you, Granny. Like, she had no idea how much I needed, that little dog playing with the bottle. And oh my God. There's like you said, there are, I can't even say there's a lot. There are a few people that I really do care about that are on Twitter. But guess what? Other than Granny, because I'm telling you, Granny's like my girl. I love her. The people that I do care about have my phone number. The rest don't. There's a reason for that.
Sorry, Greg.
What?
No. And that's literally, that's kind of where it stands. Like, the people that are my friends don't need to talk to me through Twitter. They can just call me if they need it.
Well, and here's the thing, though, too, is before we run down a rabbit hole that's deep and dark and all that stuff, it is actually a good thing that this is the ugly, because there isn't a lot of ugly going on in the crypto space.
There's nothing.
Yeah, it's complete sideways, but I almost would rather there be nothing than just things falling apart. And the one thing that is ugly, if you're on the BSC chain at all, you don't need me to talk about it. You know what's happening, and I don't know where I land on that. I don't know what's happening with that whole situation. Someday we'll talk about it, but until I have all the facts, I'm not going to comment on it. So, so rumor has it, Holly, as we get ready for HOLLITIVITY, that you don't have a tweet this week, but you have a pretty amazing story.
I do.
You ready to share that with us?
Let's do it. right, so for today's HOLLITIVITY, I did away with a tweet for today because I'm legally getting married tomorrow.
Yay.
Here's the funny part is we actually had a ceremony in New York City, in Central Park, and it was on Leap Day, which is 2/29/2020. And so we got married and got, our marriage license and all that good stuff. And with New York, you have a 30-day period that you have to file, or it expires. And so it just so happened that a week after we left New York, everything shut down because of lovely COVID. And so when, and our courthouses here and everything were shut down, like everywhere, everything was backlogged because they didn't have employees. So we never actually were legally married because of that, because it had expired before we could. And so we decided that tomorrow on 9/29, we're making it legal, and I'm scared.
Tomorrow, are you going to wear your bedazzled shoes?
You know what? That's not a bad idea because I can say it twice.
Yeah.
If I paid as much money as you did for those shoes, I would want to wear them more than once.
Yeah, I really didn't even think about it. But it's kind of funny because we literally are just going to go to the courthouse and, my sister and my brother-in-law are going to be our witnesses and we're just going to get it done.
Or you could wear your Arizona Crocs.
Oh.
If you get married in Crocs, there better be pictures.
Oh my gosh, Blair. Oh my God.
Yeah. No, you know what though, Holly? It's kind of a funny story, but we've had the pleasure of meeting your fiance, I guess. Not technically your husband yet, but and he's a great guy. But this is a story that is very, very unique to you guys. This is not something that you see or hear or any of that stuff. So congratulations. And I just thought, I'm glad you shared it with people because I think it's kind of unique and it's something a little bit different, but best of luck. I hope it all works out.
Yeah. I mean, I've always been like a firm believer for myself that I never wanted a divorce, which is probably why I'm 40 years old and finally getting married. Now, if we had legally made it, legal on 2/29, we went through some trials and tribulations. And so I am thankful that we didn't make it legal because I don't know if we would have lasted through that period. However, now knowing that we did and we are stronger than we were ever, prior to, I'm really excited about it. I think that, we do have a great future to, start
That's
this marriage. And so I, as much as I hate that we went through, a year of shit, I'm kind of thankful for it because it just kind of made me realize, okay, you are ready to technically, and legally get married. So.
Well, and let's be honest too, for a guy that's been married for some time and the bros can attest to this, that it's not what it looks like on TV. There's trials and tribulations to any relationship, whether you're married or not. If you're serious and you actually are in love and you're trying to make it work, there's trials and tribulations all the time. It's when you succeed and you get past that you can celebrate that fact. And for you guys, even though you were married, but not legally, you get to celebrate it with marriage. So congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, we'll see. I'm not going to lie. I do have a little nerves about it. And all because it's a piece of paper, right? Like it's actually that it's official and legal and like crap.
Well,
and I told
Crap.
divorce,
It's getting real.
Are you sure you want to go through it? And he was like, I worry about you more than myself. So great. And my mom said the same thing because I kind of sprung it on her yesterday. I'm like, oh, I'm getting married, like legally getting married on Friday. And she was like, wait, what? And she was like, I guess technically, I mean, she goes, I guess you guys are married. You had the ceremony and everything, so I guess it's just weird. And I'm like, I know. And she goes, I'm not worried about him, but you're a little shaky, Holly. Yeah. I don't know why. I am kind of like a loose cannon sometimes, I guess.
I got, that reminds me of a story when I asked my wife's father for her hand in marriage. You know what his answer was? He just goes, she's got a lot of baggage. And I said, at our age, we all do. And he goes, yeah, I suppose that's true. And then he teared up and said yes. So I was like, okay. But I would have never expected someone to say, well, my daughter's got a lot of baggage.
I really feel like not so much my dad, but my mom would be just upfront and honest, be like, good luck. Like,
I love the honesty of people when it comes to stuff like that. If somebody came up to me and said, what are you doing? What are you thinking? I would appreciate that. Then the just kind of half-hearted, well, good luck. Best of luck to you. Hopefully it works out. So, no, congratulations, Ollie. Don't be too nervous.
I'll let you guys know. And
he seems like a good one.
He is a good one. He really is. He's a keeper. I guess.
Yeah. Well, you still have like 24 hours to decide.
Okay, don't say that. I might run away ride. But no, I love the idea of wearing my shoes again. Like, I can't believe, because I was like, well, what do I wear? Do I wear like a dress? I don't.
Whatever
I'm not
you
gonna
want,
wear
I guess.
Yeah, it just seems really weird. I guess. Do I wear white? Like, I don't even know.
Wear your merch.
I should wear my merch.
Yeah.
Well, we got the dress on there.
Yeah.
Oh, good. I can't get it in time. It's tomorrow.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. If you were wearing the Crypto Bros dress at your wedding, that would be hilarious.
It would be amazing. With my sparkly shoes. Perfect.
Yeah. There you go.
That judge would look at you like, what is going on?
What are you?
It's like a shotgun wedding.
We should allow you guys to get married.
Yeah. All right. Well, congratulations, Holly.
Thanks.
Caleb, are you ready to ask us some questions?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Nope.
It's time for Caleb's choice.
His choice.
His rules.
Who wants to go first? I got 6 questions. So you can pick 1 through 6.
Holly can go first since she's getting married.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna go with 5.
For 5. What's the oldest object in your office? Office or room that we're sitting in?
Me?
All of us?
Besides yourself.
I know. I'm like, shoot.
Oh, I know what it is.
This is mine.
What is how old is that?
It's an antique piggy bank. I don't know how old it is, but it's cast iron.
Oh, that's amazing.
I'm not going to get up and get mine, but I have a picture from 1993 in here. It was actually printed in 93.
1993.
Yeah,
Ooh,
it's
Greg's pulling out. Yes.
That's probably the oldest.
Yeah.
It's a picture of you, Caleb, me, and Dad my senior year at basketball.
Oh, I got that too.
Oh, well, your piggy bank's older than that.
Yeah, but this is Josh's oldest.
Yep, that's my oldest.
I have something maybe like 5 years old.
Ah, boo.
I
Wow.
know. I'm looking around. I'm like, everything's kind of new. Like,
Is your cat older than 5 years old?
Hmm?
Is your cat older than 5?
No, he's
No.
well. He's sleeping. You should see him. He's asleep right now. Well, all of them. They're all 4. So crazy thing is, I got him literally right after I got married during COVID. Well, had the ceremony during COVID. So, yeah.
Don't you have a clock from Grand Central Station on your wall?
Ooh,
There.
I do. That's over there.
That's got to be old.
It's gotta be old because it's pretty.
It's heavy.
Yeah. 19. Hold, please. 1913.
Wow.
1913. Wow.
All right,
old.
okay, Greg, you pick next.
Hey.
I forgot about that one.
3.
Number 3. Where are we at? 1, 2, 3. You need to recharge. Do you recharge by yourself or do you like to be with a group of friends?
By myself. 100%.
100%.
It depends on what
I
I'm
was-
recharging from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if I need sleep to recharge, I don't need a group of friends with me.
They're going to sleep with a bunch of friends.
No.
That's good.
But
I'm
if it's like
recharging.
been a long week, there is something that is very nice about sitting around and just even if it's just chatting, like hanging out with your friends. So it kind of depends for me.
Yeah, I'm kind of on the same boat. Like, if it's like from work, definitely by myself.
Yeah.
Because like I start to like evaluate things and like how can we make? Yeah, it's definitely by myself.
Why did I pick this job?
Yeah.
Been there, done that.
All right, Josh, what's your...
No, you didn't. Did you answer, Caleb?
No,
You
I
did.
agree with both of you. It kind of depends. If it's, like you said, if it's just, I'm kind of tired and just long week, I like to be with friends. But if it's more stress, I guess, I just want to go to bed and relax by myself type of thing.
Greg, did you
Oh,
answer it or did I just not hear?
Greg?
No, I said by myself. 100%.
Yeah, he said by himself.
Oh, gotcha. So I'm the one supposed to pick now?
pick now?
1.
It says, what is something that is true that no one agrees with you? When I wrote that, I was thinking of, we've argued about it's hot outside, you drink
Oh,
cold
yeah.
drink. Does it actually cool you off? Or if you're
Oh
cold?
my gosh.
It's 100
Yeah, we made fun of them.
Yeah,
I,
yeah.
that?
I researched it. I bet you guys will be surprised what the answer is.
No, because I'm
What?
going to guess you're actually right.
If it's cold outside and you drink something hot, does that help you warm up?
Yes.
Remember we were teasing him at the car show?
Oh, I totally
Right.
remember. It was 110 degrees
Yeah.
outside, and like it was so hot,
He's
everything faded, and he's over there drinking hot chocolate because he said if you drink something
Cool
cold,
down.
then it would make you hot.
What's
Yeah.
that?
I'm like, what?
Well, like if you're at a football game and
Check
it's
it.
cold
It's in our
outside,
history.
if you drink hot chocolate, you get colder. 'Cause you're used to that warm, you get colder.
You just keep drinking it, Caleb, and you don't
Oh,
get
it's too expensive to be drinking it the whole game. Just drink water.
that logic,
We
but
need that safemoon to go up so we can afford more hot chocolate.
hey, I mean, but I'm not gonna drink like something cold in the cold and just stay cold. I'd rather heat up for a little bit.
Research shows that it doesn't affect you either way. It doesn't warm you up or cool you off. It warms up your hands, but your body core temperature stays the same, so it doesn't affect it at all.
Well, research
I don't feel
kiss
like
my ass.
right.
I
I
researched it.
feel like I
I've actually heard that with other things though too. That because they say and it's really really hot or an athlete it's overheated that you cannot get their core temperature to go down that fast because
No.
you just
Well, that's why-
outside influences don't help.
they
So.
pack them with ice for that reason.
Yep.
It's weird.
All right, that's all I got today.
Yeah.
That's it.
Ollie, what's your question?
Okay. So this one kind of goes in line with the ugly. And it's something I've often questioned myself. So I want to know your guys' opinion on who is worse. Somebody who is talking badly about you publicly in front of everybody, or the people who don't stand up when they know the truth.
Other people that don't stand up. At least the people that are talking bad about you, you know their true feelings.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
honest. Like,
Yeah.
There's definitely more disappointment in the people that don't stand up for you, because if
Yeah.
they do know they should have your back, and if they're too cowardly to have your back, then it kind of sucks, because then you know they're not really your friends.
yes.
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it, because I've never really been hurt by somebody that comes to me and says, I think you suck.
Me
Okay, cool. That's
Yeah,
your
great.
opinion. That's awesome. But I
Your
have
opinion-
been hurt for people that I know have been involved in rumor mills. And I'm not talking about X, I'm talking about real life stuff,
Yeah.
that believed something because they were with a group of people and didn't give me the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
And I'm like, are you serious? Well, I didn't think that really sounded like you, but a couple people said it. And I'm like, and what did you say? Nothing. And I'm like, okay. And we're not really tight, because I'd have your back, and I would be
100%.
the one person out of 10 that would be like, guys, it's Joe Smith we're talking about. That dude would never do that. Until you have proof, I will not believe what you're saying. But people like to be like in the crowd and in the know, even when they don't know. So I'd be more disappointed with the people that went along with it or didn't stick up for me. I have been, to be honest with you. It's real.
See, and like for me, I'm more like, it's really, when I say like I've often like questioned this, I'm not kidding. Like, because I look at the people talking about me and I'm like, whatever, right? Like, and then you see all the people who claim they're your friend, just kind of listening and not sticking up. However, there's a part of me that's like, well, it puts that person who is not standing up for you in a really bad position, because it's opening them, the door to people like bashing them.
Nah,
and so
it doesn't.
in a way,
They're just cowards.
well, yeah, but in a way, I kind of still feel at fault for being upset with them when they were trying to protect themselves. And so, like, for me, I'm very much in the middle on that, because I understand sometimes when like people are quiet, it's just because, but then it's like, well, that's a selfish way to look at it too. Like, you're being selfish because you want to protect yourself, but you're letting, you're hanging your friend out to dry. And it's such a hard like balance. That
So let me say this to you, Holly. Here's the weird thing about that.
Yeah.
Because I deal with this a lot in circumstances that we won't get into in real life. No one ever comes to me to bash someone else. They just don't.
Yeah. Oh,
Why do you think that is?
because you don't want anything to do with it.
Well, not necessarily. I personally
join
believe
in
it's
with them.
because I'm going to be honest with them. And people will not come and bash people to me because they just want somebody that's going to go along with it. So if you are the person that people are coming to bash other people over and over and over again,
Yeah.
then you really ought to look in the mirror. Because you don't have, I don't mean this harshly, but I just don't know how else to say it. You don't have much of a spine. You're not standing up for anything. Because I hear it all the time in one aspect of my life that, well, I heard this, or so-and-so said this to me, or I heard this through the grapevine, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, where do you hear this stuff from? Like, I never hear this. We live in the same town. Why are they going to you to tell you all this stuff, but they're not coming to me? And in the position I'm talking about, we have the exact same important job. It's the exact same thing. So why would they never come to me? I think it's because they know I won't stand for it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and
just my opinion.
No, and I totally agree with your opinion. Like, I really do. But I have asked, like, there was a situation that for whatever reason, like, somebody took offense to my post, took it back to a certain group, and they decided they wanted to say that I believe I'm better than everybody else. That I'm
Yeah.
better. And so I asked the people, because I had several people out of that group say, hey, this is what so-and-so is saying about you. Because why even tell me? Like, why even tell me? However, I had asked them specifically, why didn't you say anything? Why didn't you say you're taking this the wrong way? And the answer that I've gotten from multiple people was, oh, we just know that she's, you know, that she's that way and we just ignore it. And so I'm like, but you're enabling it.
Yep, that's why she's that way.
Which is why she's that way. And so it's just so random to me, like, but you call me a friend. And so that's what's disappointing to me, because you could have shut it up with one thing saying you took her post the wrong way. She's not like that. I mean, hell, if anything, you know, it is the opposite. And people know that, specifically the people who came to me telling me that this is what's being said. You know that, like, I'm a 100% giver. I do not think I am better than not one person in this whole world.
Caleb
Like,
does.
no, I just feel like we're all different.
Wow.
We're all, like, everybody is different in their own unique way. It doesn't
Absolutely.
mean
Yeah.
somebody's better or somebody's worse. They're just different. I have believed that since I was young, and thank God for my parents that instilled that in me, that there is nobody better than you know, anybody else. We're all just equally different. And so I just, it's such a hard one, because there's a lot of disappointment and anger that I get for people not standing up for me. But then there's also, like, okay, you know, they don't want to get bashed for standing up for, you know, what is right. Like, it's just so, I'm like at a loss. I don't know.
Well, Holly, I think you're going to find in life too that you say you're old, I'm older. Okay, so I'm gonna throw some old man wisdom at you. I think that you will find a lot in life that people want to be accepted by the group. There's some
Well, I mean, it's clear as
inherent thing that like the group is always going to be more important than the individual.
Yeah.
But I'm not wired that way. I would rather go against the group and stick up for somebody I know is in the right than I would to just want to be included. Because if I'm in the group and I hear that stuff and I stick up for the person and it goes away, I'll stay in the group. But if I stick up for that person and it doesn't go away, I'm leaving the group. Because I don't need that.
Right, right. And that's kind of something exactly similar that happened. There was some bashing of some people within this group, and I actually stood up for that person. And it wasn't necessarily for that person, it was just as a whole. You know, number one, that person isn't even in here to defend themselves. So why are you even talking about them?
Yep.
And then I got some people saying, oh, we could talk about, this is a place where we could talk and say whatever we want. And at that point, I was like, I'm out.
You can't be a jerk just for the sake of being a jerk because you're in some special club.
It's like the mob mentality.
That was it for me. And I mean, if anybody wants to challenge that, go right ahead, because I got the receipts.
Yeah, no, I know the story actually, and it makes a lot of sense. And there are a few people in that group that I am disappointed in just because how two-faced they are. But they're going to be them, and they don't support us, and I don't really hang out with them. So I know who my friends are, and ride or dies, and I'm good with that. So
yeah, I am too. I mean, it's sad and disappointing, but hell, this has been a year for eye-opening for me.
Absolutely.
It really has. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So that's okay.
The older I get, the less friends I have, and I think it's just because maybe I'm a little wiser, or I'm just too grumpy to put up with stupid things. I don't know. I'm just tired.
Or the wife doesn't allow it.
Yeah, or the wife doesn't allow it.
That's what.
Well, Greg, speaking of, look over your shoulder before you say anything. But
The power goes
we
out.
have been without a cryptic corner for a really, really long time. Are you ready to bring it?
Yes, I'm ready.
Let's do it.
It's been brung.
Already been brought in.
today on Cryptic Corner, we're going to talk about dinosaurs. You guys think that it's possible that there are still dinosaurs alive today? Like,
Talking
maybe
like giant ones?
no, just dinosaurs in general.
Or like crocodiles and alligators considered dinosaurs?
And lizards.
I was wondering if you guys were going to say that. I'm talking like the brontosaurus.
The big
Oh,
ones.
big.
Yes, because apparently it's still alive in the Congo.
That
You
would
guys
be
believe
amazing.
that? Hey, I think it's
No.
been in the news recently, according to
No.
what
The
a couple
news is
people.
crap.
But I will say, I have seen where they have taken textbooks down to the Congo and they've shown it to the like indigenous people, and they will point that brontosaurus out and call it Mokele Bembe, which means one who stops the flow of rivers. And they swear that they see it. They say it's not as big as the scale in the textbook, like compared to humans, but they definitely see that creature.
Wait, I'm like looking at what a brontosaurus. Oh, that would be amazing. I
Like
want-
Littlefoot
Like Littlefoot.
Yeah.
Yes, and tree stars and all that.
at Land Before Time.
So they say that those are still there, and pterodactyls.
Wouldn't
They
we
say
have
they see-
more
They point them
proof
out
of that,
too.
though?
What's that?
Wouldn't we have more proof of that? Like,
Yeah, why wouldn't they
fly around, right?
Right.
We have as much proof as we do about aliens.
Of aliens?
Well, they say like 80% or something like that's unexplored by the white man because it's so dangerous.
That's where they first found the
Congo?
gorilla, right?
What's that?
The Congo?
Gorillas?
Oh.
sorry.
Gorillas. What's that movie? Was that Outbreak? Or something like that? Or the gorillas get loose and
Oh, the little
there's
monkey, yeah.
diseases.
I was gonna say, like, it was like the 50s before they even knew that they were silverbacks. Or something like that. 40s or 50s. It was a long time before they actually knew that they were silverbacks.
Yeah.
I think they were in the Congo, too.
No, though.
What'd you just say?
I said we would know, though.
Oh,
about
okay. That's not what it sounded like. Tom's going to have to bleep that out.
No.
I was like, this is super random, Holly. Like, why would you say that? Just blurt that out. So you
know.
want
for them to be real.
you want
there's
a
pictures.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say there's even not the Congo. There's pictures in South America, Peru, where the aliens are, that depict people riding brontosauruses, and that's true.
Now?
So no, like from ancient times, like carvings, like on the walls in the caves, and they have them on rocks. So
Yeah, you know what? I've
Just
seen
saying.
little kids draw some pretty crazy crap with crowns too. That doesn't mean that it actually was real.
But do
You
you
wanna
think the
really-
Loch Ness Monster...
Go ahead.
Do you think the Loch Ness Monster is brontosaurus?
I don't even think the Loch Ness Monster is real.
if it's real, it's not a brontosaurus.
Okay.
It's,
Just wondered.
whatever that sea. It looks like a brontosaurus, but it's got fins. It's just an underwater creature.
You want a super unpopular opinion?
Or has wings?
Fins.
And
Yeah.
So you do want a super unpopular opinion?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I
Bring it.
personally don't think dinosaurs ever existed. Do you know that out of all of the, I don't know what you call them, the skeletons of the dinosaurs that you see in the museums and stuff like that, that they're about 10% real bones, the rest of them are made up? Like they don't have the bones. They've never even seen the bones of some of these, and they just fill in the blanks, what they think are the blanks. It kind of goes back to what we talked about carbon dating. Who invented that? Some dude. And because he said carbon is this old, I just don't think it's even a real thing.
So what
If
do you think those
dinosaurs
bones
ruled the
were
world,
from?
we would still be digging up dinosaur bones every time we built a house because they
didn't-
are so big.
Age or something?
What's that?
What?
Didn't dinosaurs go extinct Like during the Ice Age time?
Was
Isn't it
the Ice Age really real?
Yeah, was there such thing?
I don't know. I'm just.
See,
I don't think there was an ice age either.
Doesn't like LA
I
or
don't
something
believe
have
the world
tar
is as
pits?
old as everybody says it is.
I agree.
I don't think it's 30 million or billion years old.
Yeah, I think carbon dating's a farce.
A scam.
Yes.
And I think the dinosaurs kind of. Do I believe animals used to be bigger? Yes. I 100% believe that. As there was no industry, no as smaller or lower amounts of pollution and things like that, more to eat, everything is more plentiful. I think that everything was bigger. The size of dinosaurs? No, I don't think so. My opinion. That's it.
I'm with you.
Hate me if
I
you
don't
want.
think. No,
About the
I
tar
like
pits,
unpopular opinions.
What about the tar pits in California?
It's about all.
They have bones.
Where?
Tar pits, right? And,
Oh, the tar pits.
yeah. And that in California? Or
I think
Somewhere,
so. I think it is. Death
somewhere
Valley.
in one of those weird states.
Death Valley.
I've never even heard of the tar pit. What is a?
You know, A Land Before Time, when they were walking across and they got stuck in.
Oh yes.
That's a
See?
cartoon.
Land Before Time brings it all back. It
no,
does.
there's
cartoon.
one somewhere in the United States. There's a tar pit somewhere in the United States.
Los
Yeah, but there was
Angeles.
tar pits in the cartoon.
It's
Is
like
Los Angeles?
it's like there's tar pits in Los Angeles. I don't think so.
Yeah.
That's what it said.
they're-
Seriously.
yeah. There's like a museum there, and there's supposed to be fossils.
It's
And
called La Brea tar pits.
yeah.
Huh.
La Brea.
But it's like quicksand. There is such thing as quicksand, but ain't nothing like you see it is in the movies.
No,
That's not what quicksand's like. You don't
Like
just
Princess Bride,
get sucked down to the bottom and die.
then the rodents of
You get
unusual
stuck
size,
if you don't die.
the ROUSs.
I think I read somewhere that most of the time you would never even sink further than like your knees. It's just hard to get out of. I don't know.
That would suck if you were by yourself.
Well, if you were Holly's height, it would go to your
or
waist.
you can't die.
Wow.
Honor.
Just suffocate. And Caleb, it's like ankle socks to Caleb.
Well, I mean,
yeah,
that
I don't
was-
know.
That was all I had.
I think that
And-
there's a lot of money to be made on certain things that are unexplained. And I'm not saying that all unexplained things are not real, because there are some things that you've brought up. But dinosaurs, think about the revenue and the money that's been brought forward just because of that. I mean, you guys have referenced a cartoon that I'm not sure I've ever even seen. That
Oh my gosh!
how much money did that movie
Seen
make?
it.
Wow. Oh, probably a
So-
crap ton.
If there were
That was
no
like
dinosaurs,
90.
what's our fossil fuel?
Fossil. That's another rabbit hole.
That's a name.
It comes from outside the ice wall around the Earth, the flat Earth.
Okay.
What the?
And I gotta go now.
Yeah, shut it down. I will tell you though that I actually read
I was
a
like, what?
study. I think it might have been Saturday. I read a study that believes that and I don't know why they're just now coming out with it. Maybe our technology is better now and they can figure it out. But the oil is actually not ever going to run out, and the reason is because of the temperature of the core of the Earth. And the way, like the Earth is basically producing oil.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Fossil fuel is just another name for that another human gave something. So
I agree. That's all a scam. Just control.
it might be. If we knew that the Earth was going to produce oil forever, there would be no such things as electric vehicles, or gas would be 10 cents a gallon, and you know what I mean? If there's an endless
true.
supply.
They suppress so much stuff.
Yeah.
Probably being ridiculous. But when that big event happened in the near future,
What's
That's
the
it.
date on that, Greg?
We're done. Shutting it
it's
down.
today the 29th, September 29th.
It was supposed to be the
Yeah, let Holly
23rd.
get married first.
What?
Which-
What?
23rd.
Before the big event, Holly has to get married. So
Right
The
before
supermoon.
you have to postpone it. Greg.
Maybe Holly getting married kicks off the big event.
I hope so. I've been waiting.
It's the last supermoon.
Huh?
Ever?
It's the last supermoon. For the next
Forever?
hundreds of years.
The blue supermoon one that just happened.
Big, yeah.
What about
Tomorrow,
it?
either tonight or tomorrow. There's 4 supermoons.
So the big event's happening tomorrow, Greg?
Sure.
Well, I'm not going to spend time rendering this and uploading it if nobody's going to be able to watch it.
Well, true.
It's just
And-
film it
all right.
live,
I will say
We'll
this with all
postpone it.
certainty. I'll see you guys next
live
Thursday.
stream it.
There we go.
And we'll talk about the big event not happening once again.
Oh, yay.
We'll see.
All right.
Wow.
For those of you that are watching this all the
Shots
way to this
fired.
point, we do actually love one another, but we also really love to give each other a hard time. So, but on that note, guys, have a great weekend and God bless.
Be kind.
I'm Caleb. Please like and subscribe.